Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. हृदयकुहरमध्ये केवल ब्रह्ममात्रम् अहमहमिति साक्षादात्मरूपेण भाति हृदि विषमनसा स्वं चिन्वतामजतावन् पवनचलनरोधात् आत्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम्. हरि ओम तत्सत्. Upadesha Saaram of Sri Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. The essence of the teaching of Lord Shiva to the Purva Mimamsakas are the Karma Nishtha people who is having a lot of interest and as well as the obsession about the karma and some misconceptions about the karma Ishvara. So that teaching of Lord Shiva here Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's Upadesha Saaram in the first two shlokas which we have seen in the last class are negating or removing the misconceptions of those people. In the first shloka, the first misconception removed is they think that there is no separate Ishvara who is the creator of the world and there is no need or interference of the Ishvara to give the karma phala and karma itself gives the phalam and karma phalam is the shashvatam and that itself will gives the moksha. These are the misconceptions of the Purva Mimamsakas. Now, in this first shloka and second shloka, once I will just read. Katruragneya prapyate phalam karma kim param karma tajjadam कृति महोदधौ पतन कारणम फलमशाश्वतं गति निरोधकम. So in the first shloka, Bhagavan says, Ishvaraha asti. This is the first one lesson you have to learn, and this is the lesson for the who are having those misconceptions. ईश्वरः एव वेद जगतोः कर्ता. ईश्वर एव वेद जगतोः कर्ता. So there is a creator and there is the giver of the laws of this the world to function, and all those things are told or the Veda itself is given by the Lord Ishvara himself. There are so many pramanams for this. According to Taittiriya Upanishad, if you see, यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते येन जातानि जीवन्ति येन प्रयन्त्यभिशंविशन्ति तद्विज्ञाय. So तद्विजिज्ञस्व. So know that Ishvara is the giver of creator of this world and as well as the giver of the karma phala data also. And there is one more Shruti Pramana for the how the Vedas are created and given by the Lord Himself. Yo Brahmanam Vidadati Purvam Yo Vedamsha Prahnoti Tasmai. So these are all the pramanams from the Shruti. Ishvara Asti, Ishvara exists, Ishvara is the karma phala data and the governor and the controller of this entire universal laws. That day we have seen so many examples that without the executor of the laws cannot execute by themselves because they are jadam. So that is only Bhagavan said in this first shloka. And as like karma is not the phaladata, the another teaching. Karma na phaladata. Ishvara eva karma phaladata. So what is the conclusion? The misconceptions regarding the Ishvara is removed in the first shloka. And so these are all very Anubhava Purvakam also. If you see, a plow cannot work, plow the field without the farmer. Same way, the hand cannot write without the writer. Yes. So like this, the traffic signals cannot give the punishment to the violator, they themselves. There should be a police to execute. So last class also we have seen so many examples. That means without the sentient being behind all these functions of the universal laws, they cannot just work as they are. So in the same way, the karma by itself is jadam, that itself cannot give the phalam, and the decider of this karma is bad, this karma is good, and you will get this kind of punishment for this is the punyam, this is the papam. Who decides and who gives? Okay. So that's why in the same way the axe cuts the wood, but the axe or the tree doesn't know and who is the wielder of it and for what purpose, isn't it? In the same way. Then in the second shloka, Bhagavan said, this we little more elaborate and see some more deeper points for this. Now here, the defects of the karma. Oh my dear Karma Kandi, Purvamimamsaka, you are so much obsessed by the karma and you are imagining that karma itself will give the result and karma itself give the permanent moksha also, and that is all wrong. If you see again Shruti, Yukti and Anubhava Purvakam, it is so evident that karma is a jadam by itself. But properly handled, this karma is becomes a karma yoga. It is just like this example of actually now Bhagavan Ramana showing in the second shloka, there are three defects in this karma. Okay, and before seeing what Bhagavan said here, karma is like a poison. But you know, the poison of the snake is taken and made it in a proper way and given the same poison for the antidote of the snake bite. See, that means even though it is a visham, but use that same properly. Same way, karma is a visham, poison like. But when you turn that karma into karma yoga, it becomes a medicine. That's why the simple examples of the snake poison, the venom they take out and preserve in the lab and prepare the vaccine for the snake bite. That works. So in the same way, karma yoga also, we have to change this karma, which is the binding one, into the uh, non-binding uh, non-binding aspect. So like a vaccine. Another point is the defect. Karma, the any result which comes because of doing something, the karma is done in a particular time, and in that particular after the time you are getting the result means because it came because of some reason and time, and it will go in time also. Then how can be the result of the karma give the permanent solution, the moksha? Impossible. So with whatever comes has to go. Whatever has born will die. But moksha is not a coming and going thing. So definitely karma cannot give the moksha. So here 3 points we'll see, 3 lessons in this particular shloka. Karma na moksha karanam. Karma is not the moksha karanam, not sakshat moksha karanam, but paramparagata sadhanam only. It will prepares the person, but it never cannot give the moksha. So karma na moksha karanam. Not only that, karma instead of moksha, if it is not moksha karanam, okay, but it is a karma is a moksha pratibandhakam. It becomes a obstacle for the moksha. You have to note very carefully. It becomes a obstacle for the moksha. And thirdly, karma much more makes you to bind bandhana karanam cha bhavati. Moksha. Karma, okay, it won't give the moksha, and and instead of giving it becomes a more pratibandhaka for moksha. And not only that, it becomes a bondage for you. So these are the misconceptions about the karma. In the second shloka, Bhagavan removed by telling that Kruti Maha Udadau Patana Karanam. Okay, one by one, if you take, as I told, karma na moksha karanam, then you have to take second and gati nirodhakam. Here, gati means moksham. So it is an obstacle for the moksha pratibandhakam, gati nirodhakam. And the result, phalam is ashashvatam. Phalam is ashashvatam. So in our anubhavam also, karma, you do punya karma and you gain some punyam. With that punyam, you go to the swargam. But what is the story in the swargam? In many Puranas, many places, we saw swargam also. You will be given a lot of facilities according to your own the quality and quantity of the punya. Everybody is not getting the same front seat. Everybody is not getting the same uh, golden tumbler. So there also gradation is there. Gradation is there. Like usually I used to tell no, lower income group, middle income group, higher income group, like that. LIG, MIG, HIG colonies. So same way in this Swarga also this Taratamya is there. Not only that, once if your punya gets exhaust, suddenly you are sitting and watching the Rambha Urvasis dance, and in the middle, two people will come and ask you to get up, and they will hold your hands and take you out and throw down. If you argue with them, what happened, why you are lifting me and sending out in the middle, then they will show the your uh, e-account of punya. E-account, because nowadays everything is e-commerce, no, email, e-transaction. So they will show that yes, you see your balance is nil. So like this, once we earn the punyam and you spend the punyam, you earn the money, you spend the money, then naturally it will come down. So you keep on struggle to earn more and more. So how long you will struggle like this? Then how you can say it is a permanent one? And they may quote some thing from here and there by taking the misunderstanding those statements. Swargam amrutam vishalam, swargam amrutam yati. Amrutam swargam means their amrutam word, they will take it as a permanent. What permanent? Relatively permanent, to say that even some Upanishads or some statements are told about the Swargam is the Amrutam word, but they don't understand that properly. But the same Upanishad again tells about the inferior, um, the lower nature of uh, the defects of the karma. In Mundakopanishad, for example, प्लवाहेते adruda yajnarupaha. In the form of the yajna and yaga, whatever people will do, ashtadashoktam avaram yeshu karma. Ashta, by four Vedas, four to 416 people, and then one Yajamani and one Yajamani's wife. So all Ashtadasha, 18 people sitting and performing that Yajna Yaga. That is only avaram. It is not permanent. They are adhrudaha, like a fleeting, floating clouds like. So a wooden piece on the heavy waves on the ocean water, it keep on move and unsteady always. Ye tashreyo ye abhinandanti moodhaha. It is serious for me. It is good for me. It is going to give you a so much comfort, and they think that only the comfort, but it is ashashvatam only. If anybody thinks in that way, they are a foolish people. Jara mrutyute punarevapi yanti. But they have to come back again. They have to come back again. This point is told by Bhagavan Krishna also in the Gita. तेदं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालं क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति. Whatever you do big karma, and even you reach to the higher heaven, seventh heaven, the Brahmaloka, Swargalokam Vishalam, Kshine Punye, if the Punyam, your merit get exhaust, you will be pushed back. You have to come back again. Martyalokam Vishanti. These are all the Shruti Pramanams about the impermanence and the result is ashashvatam of the karma. And if you see logically also, Yukti Param, Kriya, every Kriya you have the Pratikriya, action and reaction. Generally, they both are equal. Kriya and Pratikriya are equal. And they are depending on the Desha Kala Vastu Parichedam. They are bound by, controlled by, limited by the time, space, and the object. So, the Kriya which is done in a particular time and the space and with the particular things, and naturally the reaction also, the results also will have a only particular time and particular space and particular kind of uh, objects are the benefits. So in this way, in three angles, if you see any direction from the Shruti Pramana and Yukti Pramana, in the Anubhava also day to day life, we know that our bank balance account, once if you are retired and no income, then we have to always keep on watch the interest rate and how much now I am getting, and market rates are all interest rates are decreasing, and uh, material cost is increasing outside, so life cost is increasing, cost of life. So we in the same way, decrease, there always there is a decrease. So karma is not permanent. Karma cannot give the moksha. It rather it becomes a bandhakam for moksha, and finally it will makes you tied up. So this kruti maha udhadi, Bhagavan used the word, the big ocean of this karma. In the big ocean, suppose you have fallen in the middle and there is a whirlpool also, and what the whirlpool will do, takes you round and round and round and round and push down, and again it will brings up and it will makes again you to run. So in this way, you are caught up in the whirlpool of the samsara, janana, marana. So therefore, they becomes the cause for the patana karanam. Why patana karanam? Instead of you have to grow spiritually, you have grown up only materially. So material prosperity you may get, but spiritual prosperity you will lose it. So we have to focus our attention on the spiritual prosperity also, not only the material prosperity. So, in this way, Bhagavan negated the wrong misconceptions about the Ishvara karma and how karma is not the ultimate for moksha or for liberation. Then the question will come, if there are these kind of defects are there, three kinds of defects, and then what should I do? Whether I should perform the karma or not. Then, if I am performing the karma, you said it is going to become a bondage. And then, if I sit quietly, is it okay? No, no. Can I give up karma? This is the question. If comes in the next shlokas, Bhagavan explaining about you need not to give up the karma, as the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि. Bhagavan Ramana's teachings are all complete by themselves, but unless you are studying this Upadesha Saaram or Saddarshanam, all these things, with the background of knowing the Upanishad and the Bhagavad Gita, then you will much more enjoy and understand and receive the benefit of studying this Upadesha Saram also. So that's why in between I am quoting the Bhagavad Gita or Shruti and all that. Because Bhagavan Ramana's Upadesha Saaram is a very in a sutra form, formula like. But each word, if you elaborate and see, all these thoughts are very nicely elaborated, explained by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, in many other places of the Upanishad. Now let us go to the shloka number 3 and 4 for reading purpose. Let us see whether I can complete the meaning of both the shlokas. ईश्वरार्पितं नेच्छया कृतं चित्तशोधकं मुक्तिसाधकम्. Bhagavan telling, you need not to give up the karma. Very much happily you can do the karma because we cannot be live without doing any karma. That also again Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma krit karyate yavasha karma. No one can sit ideally without doing any action, Arjuna, because the body to live itself, to make the life to continue, the person has to do the kayika karma, vachika karma, manasika karma, these karmas with the action, uh, organs of actions and organs of senses. So there is no question of sitting quiet without any karma. That is not possible because our infrastructure, the body organs are all inside or outside, they're all continuously functioning. So inside the body, you see, the person may sit quietly not doing anything, but internally, the prana functioning, because of prana movements, he will feel thirst and hunger, and for that he has to eat, and after that eating inside blood circulation, heartbeat, whatnot. So many functions are keep on going inside. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, another place also, Lord says, Nahi dehabrutam shakyam tektum karmanyaseshatah. It is not possible for a person as long as he is living in the body, giving up the karma totally. Yastu karma phalatyagi satyagi tyabhidhiyate. Only thing, you must know the secret of this karma yoga. Even though you are doing karma, but you are not binded by the karma. Moreover, you are benefited by that karma as the inner purification or as the your spiritual growth. If you understand this and work in that way, karma phalatyagi, that only Bhagavan is going to tell in this third shloka, because the reason, another thing, there is a lot of instinct, natural desires for the human being. Everybody, particularly the instinct karmas about the artha and kama, that is it. They are naturally there. Then how to convert these natural inclinations, desires? For that you have to work. You will work, but you have to work for that. But you must be more legitimate, moderate, okay, and without getting into bondage, without getting caught up in those karma results. So that's why karma should be turned into as the karma yoga. The secrets of the karma yoga only Bhagavan here going to tell slowly by telling that in this third shloka, gradually Ramana Maharshi Bhagavan introducing after the explanation of the karma yoga, gradually how to add the ingredient of the bhakti or upasana yoga in this. Because if you want to turn the karma into karma phala, then it should be as a worship. The work should become a worship. Then only worship, when the word of worship comes, naturally it is a kind of dedication, devotion, okay, and surrender. Now, what is that secret? Mm, One more also, I'm just quoting many Shruti Pramanas and Smriti Pramanam. Then I will tell you the in the Ishavashopanishad, the Upanishad praises the karma. कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजीविषेश्चतगं समाः एवं त्वयि नान्यते तोस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे. I'm not explaining all that because they are very with deep significance and meaning. But kurvanneveha karmani. You have to desire to do the actions and desire to live for 100 years. But in what way? For what? That we have to keep in the mind and work on it. Now, here, first of all, the karma is of three types: sakama karma, nishiddha karma, and sakama karma and nishkama karma, and third is nishiddha karma. The karma with expectation and desire, the karma without any expectation and the desire, then the karma which you should not do at all, that is nishiddha karma. So both this sakama karma and nishkama karma should be offered to the Ishvara, who is the creator, governor, and controller of this entire Namarupa Prapancha. That's why the first word here only Bhagavan using the word of Ishvara. First word, if you see, Ishvararpitam. Offer all your actions, whether it is a sakama karma, nishkama karma, just do as an offering and have an attitude of gratitude. And same time, I am doing the all these actions with my body, with my mind, with my speech. All these are all I'm offering Ishwar Arpitam. How to offer to the Lord? Only by internal mental attitude, bhavana, the notion, whether it is inferior or superior karmas, you offer to the Ishvara Arpitam. Then, na ichchaya kritam. So while offering to the one point is first offering to the Lord. The first principle of the karma to turn into karma yoga is Ishwararpitam. Whatever I am having, this body and this mind, this equipment, the body mind complex, and whatever I am having, the house, my car, my children, my possessions, all are given by the Lord. They are all the property of the Lord. Just He asked me to take care, work, be as a caretaker. And when you do whatever I said as the caretaker, and you will be benefited. What? Your mind will become purer. That is only in the second line. It becomes a chitta shodhakam. See, same karma, same poison of the snake works as the medicine. Same way, karma, you use the karma, do the karma, but the same which is a disease like by nature, Now it works as the medicine. That's why chitta shodhakam. What is the disease is there, and what is the hmm, medicine this create brings the health? What disease goes and what kind of health comes? The disease is raga dvesha, likes and dislikes in your mind, or kama krodha lobha moha mada matsarya, etc. All the arshadvargams which are there in your mind, they're all the dirt, they're all the disease like. So, to remove the disease of this raga dvesha from your mind, you have to do this karma. That's why chitta shodhakam. So, usually, which is a bandhakam, now is converted into shodhaka karma. Bandhaka karma is now converted as shodhaka karma. This chitta shuddhi, or called otherwise inner growth, or called otherwise spiritual growth. So this inner growth or the spiritual growth are invisible, okay, and intangible inner attitude, the emotional culture. So chitta shodhakam, being it is invisible, intangible, inner, generally we neglect it because we see only outside the external gross benefits or the prosperity. So you want the outer prosperity, outer comfort, or inner peace. You may be having external outer comforts, but internally, if there is no peace, inner comfort is not there. Even though you are with all the comforts, you very comfortably become a miserable person. Eh, Very comfortably live as a miserable person. You may have all the comfort of AC and Dunlop bed and whatnot, everything, but your internal mind is not proper. It is not clean. It is not quiet. There is no shanti. So, na ichchaya krutam. So, two principles, Ishvara arpitam, you have to do. Offer the all actions. That's why in our Shastra, in our culture, from morning onwards, while you start brushing the teeth, that time onwards, even there is a shlokas. The those days, generally people use the neem stick or the uh, people tree stick, aswatha vriksha, or some kind of medicinal, and they pray, "Oh Vanaspati, I am taking one stick from you, and I am cleaning my teeth." Uh, so while I'm doing this cleaning process, you please clean not orally, but clean me mentally also. Clean me not only orally, but overall cleaning. That the prayers are there. Why? See, attitude to change. Attitudinal change only is called the attitude towards the karma. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. So attitudinal change purpose, you bring, keep the Ishvara as the center point in your life. So Ishvara arpitam. And whatever I need, whatever is good for me, Shreyas for me, Hitam for me, Lord will give that to me. You leave that result or whatever. And in that way, doing the Nishkamataya karma, na ichchaya. It seems to be redundant. How it is possible, sir, without expecting anything and desiring anything? It is possible. If it is not possible, why the Veda, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, and this great Gnani Ramana tells about na ichchaya kritam. Okay, because which is better, which is good for you, we don't know. We are simply imagining that if I have lots of money, it is good for me. What lots of money? And you then you will continuously indulge in that only. And a worldly indulged mind and doing the karma with expectation and all the time, running behind the sensual pleasures and the objects of the world. Where is the time for him to huh, worship the Lord, remember the Lord, or remember about the self, contemplate about the self? Impossible. So that's why even there is no time for him to think about himself because of the so much running like a American rat race. For such a person who is a busy business magnate like all the time, endlessly, where is the time to ask, Kate Kanta Kaste Putra, Kame Janani Kome Tataha? Where is the time to ask? Because he has no time to ask about who am I, where from I have come, what is the purpose of coming here, what I am doing really. So far I am gone thinking, thinking, thinking what I have, what I have. Still, what I should try to have, possess. My dear, now shift your attention instead of only all the time uh, asking and try to fulfill what I have, what I have, how I am, how I am. Then the quality of the life increases. So, what I have is the materialistic life. How I am. And if you start thinking, am I living as the desired by the Lord, as prescribed and expected by the Shastra, then I will become a little dharmic person, religious person. But that is not enough. Just to be as a religious person is not enough for you to fulfill your goal of life, purpose of your life. There is no much difference for a materialistic person and the realistic person. The only difference we have to say that they are materialistically religious people are religiously materialistic people. That means what? After coming to the religion, dharma, anushtana, and all that, also, again, there you have a lot of only asking, desire, desire, desire. I want, I want, I want. That's why if a person starts asking, what what I am giving, it should be always what I am getting should be lesser, and what I am giving to this creation and the God's world is the should be more. So this is all attitudinal change. So let the karma should be done with the Ishwararpitam, na ichchaya krutam. Then that leads to the Chitta Shodhakam. So this inner growth and spiritual growth and peace of mind, what I will get the benefits are with it, my dear. That is the only real benefit for you. Why? How? The mind which is all the time wavering, worrying, tension, stress, and anxiousness and anxiety, desirous. How can it focus and think about the self, which is so subtle? Because mind is not available. That's why many people are not able to come to the Vedanta studies because they cannot sit and listen and grasp because so restless. So a restless mind and the mind filled with the raga dveshas and so many desires naturally cannot concentrate, cannot focus the mind. A unfocused, unconcentrated, avyavasayatmika buddhi, uncultured mind cannot grasp the sukshma taram, the atma or brahma tattvam. So you need the preparation. So karma yoga will helps you to prepare and make you a fit instrument to receive the knowledge, to receive the knowledge. But ultimately, the knowledge, gnanam alone, makes you to liberate. So all this effort is only to make ourselves a fit instrument for the Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam or the Gnana Yoga. So it should be the focus, it should be the agenda. Let me not as a materialistic person totally. Let me be a little bit of beginning materialistic religious person, but later on I am more rather materialistic or religious. I am the spiritualistic person. So what is the spiritualistic person? His aim is now, am I growing internally or not? Am I free from the wrong negative emotions or not? Am I cultivating the positive emotions in me or not? If not, why? Why I'm not able to? So work for it. So his attention is on the quality of his mind now, not on the world or around the people, on the quality of his own mind. That's why it is very important, useful statement. If anybody says, mind your business, mind your mind. If anybody says like that, don't feel bad and don't become angry on them. Very good. Somewhere we are unnecessarily poking our nose and uh, entering beyond our limit to the limits of the others. That's why the people will say. But you take it in a right sense and really you ponder on that. Am I minding my mind? Am I hmm, mind the business of my mind? Attention should be on that. Once if the attention is turned to this, you are a spiritual seeker. Spiritual seeker. Okay. So many people otherwise just think that if I do social service, if I do some dharma karya, or if I do bhakti, go to temple, all that, these are all good only. These are all good habits. But ultimately, after doing that for a certain period of time and all that, have you got any change? Your inner mental climate has changed anything or not? The unwanted rubbish things, dirty things have left from your mind or not? Or still you have the wrong emotions and the fear of God only? Or really you are loving the God and doing the bhakti? So here, chitta shodakam and mukti sadhakam. Finally, see, this word is important. So they becomes the sadhanam for mukti. What? Karma yoga. What is the two principles of the karma yoga? As Ramana says here, offer all your actions as the offering to the Lord. Okay? Ishwararpana buddhya karma kuru. And whatever you don't expect any na ichchaya, you don't expect anything return for your actions, but whatever comes, whatever comes, that is for your good. So, Ishvara prasada buddhya karma phalam svikuru. Take the karma phala as the prasada of the Lord. So, many difficult situations and the disadvantaged situations in the life, they are all actually good for our introspection and the analysis. That's why any situation, learn to learn from every experience of the life. Don't just simply react and act, just proact and or act, but that action is an offering to the Lord. That's why we need the inner purification. So be indifferent to the karma phala. Then, so in this way, sakama karma means 90%. I'm just giving you an equation. Sakama karma is equal to what? 90% loka phalam, material prosperity, and 10% only the spiritual adhyatmika phalam. But if you turn that into nishkama karma, 90% spiritual growth and only 10% is the material growth, prosperity. But you will feel happy, you will feel content, you never competent, you never go for the cutthroat. Now, to say altogether, what is the lifestyle should be? Pancha Mahayagnas oriented lifestyle. And that's why in many other classes we discussed about Pancha Mahayagnas, Daiva Yagnam, okay, then Pitru Yagnam, Rishi Yagnam, Bhuta Yagnam, Manusha Yagnam. If you are regularly following them, then that is called Karma Yoga. So Nishkamataya Samadrushti Sahitam. So now, being this Adhyatmika Phalam is invisible and inner growth, so you should not neglect it and we have to desire for it. Desiring for the inner growth also is a desire, but this desire is only desired. Okay, you are desired. You have to desire for this inner growth because this is going to remove all your desires later. So desiring for the adhyatmic improved growth is not a wrong desire, it is a right desire. So in this way, we have to decide what is good for me, what is hitam for me. In Kathopanishad it says, Preyascha Sreyascha Manushyametaha. In front of us, both the choices are there. Choice is given to us. Yes, good or bad. You want to be good, you want to be bad. You want to hmm, you want the material benefit or the spiritual benefit. You want the permanent benefit or the impermanent benefit. Both things are kept in front of us. Shreyascha preyascha manushyametaha. But in that, preyascha shreyascha manushyametaha, tau samparitya vivinakti dhiraha. He discriminate and select the Shreyas. Shreyas means what is hitam for me, not is priyam to me. It is not a question of my likes and dislikes, my whims and fancies. No. Are you leading your life according to the scriptural injunctions? Are you leading, you doing your artha kama fulfillment based on the dharma or not? And if you are following this dharmic uh, lifestyle and the ardhakama are under the control of dharma, naturally your inner growth should be there. Then you are eligible and show interest towards the moksha, the fourth purushartha. That's why Even in the many prayers also we will do like that. Okay. Ishvara Prityardham Karma Kurvanam. Many times Sankalpa time Ishvara Prityardham. Maximum prayer, if you are want to say a best prayer is pray for the sake of entire world. Okay. Lokaha samastaha sukino bhavantu sarve jana sukino bhavantu. So when you say sarve jana sukino bhavantu, your children, your wife, your family, everybody is included in that. I cannot change everybody. So let me just simply pray, tell to the Lord, oh Lord, please make everybody to grow spiritually and make everybody to happy, hmm, peaceful. Then Bhagavan, just a little bit I will introduce the fourth shloka also. Kaya vang manaha कार्यमुत्तमं पूजनं जप चिन्तनं क्रमात्. Then Bhagavan giving a scheme of practices. Generally, this Ishwararpitam Nechaya Krutam. Offer all the actions to the Lord. Now, I will tell you the different means for that devotion, how you can quickly purify your mind. In the karma, karma is basically done by Kayika karma, Vachika karma, and Manasika karma. Okay? In Kayika karma, three things are involved. What? Body, speech, and mind. Now we are talking about the normal karmas. For example, you are doing the puja of the Lord. So that only Bhagavan is telling in the second line of the shloka, pujanam, pujanam. Pujanam means bodily, physically, you worship the Lord every day. Every day. Must at least once in the morning. Everything. So talk to him, offer to him. Remember him, he is the governor, he is the Yajmani of the house. But while doing this Kayika karma, Kaya Vang Manaha Karyam. Generally, physical actions and verbal actions and the mental actions. Manasa Vacha Karmana. In these three types of actions, Kayika, Vachika, Manasika, what is Uttamam? What is the best thing? With physical body, I can do so many actions. By my speech also, I will talk so many things. So can I sing? I can sing cinema song also. I say anything. I can shout at somebody. I can scold, and mentally also I can think of anything fancily. So, what is the best action you can do by these three instruments which you have? So here, Kayika karma, if you do, there three are involved. That is what in pujanam. So involve, allow the body to do the puja every day. Deva pujanam. Pujanam. So when you do the perform the Kayika karma, naturally in that three are involved. You have to tell some mantra, some prayer, some song, and mind also should be supposed to be there together along with it. So three are involved. And this is, don't forget the previous sloka's instruction, Nishkama Puja. Okay. Then, when you do Vachika type of japa, Bhagavan telling, second one is Japam. If you engage your speech word at uttering the name of the Lord, Japam, in that what there are two things, mind also is there and the speech also is there. but bodily, physically, you are not much involving. Only Vachaka and Manasika. Then doing the Chintanam, only doing with the mind, Dhyanam or Chintanam, their only mind is there. No verbal, no physical involvement. Only mind. So in this way, using your three instruments, the body, mind, and the body, speech, and mind, if you for the worshipping of the Lord, uttering the names of the Lord in the name of Japa, and doing the dhyanam meditation about that Lord's form, these three actions are uttamam, best, uttamam, best, good. They're good for you. If these three things are you are not doing every day on regular basis, then all your other 23 hours, 24 hours of your actions are all waste. They lead you to only the darkness. Chitta Shuddhi won't happen. So, for Chitta Shuddhi purpose, you select in this way three actions. Okay, then it becomes the worship. So, gradually, Bhagavan now brought out here the Upasana Yoga. How the Karma Yoga simultaneously followed by the Upasana Yoga, devotion. So, here, Mananat Trayate iti mantraha, the power of the mantra. Physical puja, a little bit, hmm? 8 steps puja or 16 steps puja. Most of us know. Very simple also. There are many books and readings are available. Simple way how to worship the Lord. Either Shodashopachara also if you find difficult or still you can do in a simpler way, but do with full involvement. But japa, mananat trayati, the mantram, it by repeatedly when you tell that mantra, it will helps you to get out of the so many negativities and the worldly things. Then the another meaning for this japa is जकारः जन्मविच्छेदः पकारः पापनाशकं पापनाशकः. In this word, two letters are not ja and pa. Ja refers to the janma vichchedah. Pa represents the papanashakah. Therefore, janma karma haret yasmat, because they both remove the janma and karma haret yasmat, tasmat japa iti uchyate. Very beautiful meaning given. Then, many more related points to this shloka we will discuss in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.